How's it going, Marble subscribers? What? You're not subscribed to my channel? You're missing out on a lot of stuff, people. Anyhow, I hope these marbles are what brought you here. These are onion skins, and maybe some of you are crying right now because if you're into marbles, these are some of the marbles that might bring tears to your eyes, folks. Onion skins have always been some of my favorite marbles. They're all German handmades. They're all rare as hen's teeth, and maybe you saw my little short and it brought you here. So I got a big surprise for you. If you came here and clicked on my video, I saved this big surprise just for you. Yeah, you want to see it? You can't wait? Alright, I'll show it to you then. Boom! Yeah, it's an onion skin. I don't even know, man. I've been marble collecting forever. I'm not an expert. It's just my opinion, but this thing pushes the limits of a carpet ball. It's just so big. I mean, what is a marble collector supposed to do with something this size? I mean, let's look at this here. What's a guy to do with an onion skin that size? I mean, how do you put it in a box with all these other marbles? Okay, here, I want to display... Oh, can't display it on that stand. Oh, what? So, you know, I really got into collecting these guys here. Look at that. You see the size difference, folks? So, here... I lost him. Let me get this back and show you the peewee. That's the opposite. I like yin and yang. Always the opposite end of the spectrum. So, here's the peewee. How do you know this is a peewee? Well, I'm telling you it's a peewee. And it is less than 1/2 of an inch. Can you see those graduations on the caliper or the veneer there, people? Any peewee is a marble that is less than 1/2 of an inch. And in my opinion, this little peewee is just as desirable as that great big thing. So I'm a peewee collector now. I've been collecting marbles my entire life. I've said it a lot. I like the peewees just because I can hoard so many more of them away. But here's your onion skin, and not all of these are onion skins. There's a few surprises I put on here for you. If you're a marble collector and you're on your A game, you already know which ones aren't the onion skins. But I'll point them out to you because I'm doing these to educate people on what I've learned from collecting. Doesn't mean it's right, it just means I learned it. I could have learned something wrong, and I'm going to share it with you, but I'm pretty certain that most of it's right. So take it with a grain of salt, but I'm just doing this to help you collectors. I know a lot of people are new, and the thing that really bothers me is I'm not an old-timer yet, but I run into old-timers that are hustling these marbles. And here I'm just a young whippersnapper, what they call me, and I know more about them than they do, so I'm going to pass it along so everybody can learn a little something. And if everybody values these, maybe we'll start seeing more of them, and people will bring them out of the closets, knock the dust off of them, take them to a show. If you're not going to put these out on display in your home, you own something like this, shame on you. You know, put them on Etsy or eBay or whatever and sell them, and let somebody that enjoys them have them. Don't leave them stashed away in a closet or a cupboard because, oh, they were my grandfather's, or oh, they belong to so-and-so. I'm emotionally attached, but I'm not going to let anybody see them. That's not right. This is history. This stuff doesn't exist anymore, and people need to share. So, anyhow, an onion skin is German handmade. Enough of my ranting. And German handmades, like always, they're going to have panel marks, 180 degrees out. This is one of my favorite ones. It's red, white, and blue. I'm not going to explain to you why. Anyhow, look at that. That's a stunner. It's an inch plus. Nice, big, old onion skin. And some people, I've heard these called clouds. When they get all polka dotted and spotting, they get big. Some of these are hard to identify as onion skins. One of the examples here, an onion skin. Let's see if I can find one that's half done here. We'll get a controversial onion skin in the matter. So this one here would be a little controversial with an onion skin. Over here it is an onion skin. Looks real nice, and you got all your colors under the base glass, and then you start to turn it and you get all this clear glass, and there's nothing in the other side of it. So is this an onion skin? Maybe it's a hybrid between a lobbed core that got all out of whack and a clear base, or maybe it is an onion skin. But with German handmades, some of them are just like machine mades. A lot of different people scratch their heads on them. I don't claim to be an expert here. So this would be kind of an iffy marble. I call it an onion skin. I got it thrown in with the onion skins. So I'll show you a definite better onion skin. Would be this one right here, without a doubt. You can't deny that being an onion skin. Maybe easier if I just turn some of these on the stand for you guys and let you see how awesome some of these onion skins are. You can see the beautiful panel marks right there. Nobody polished them. Nobody buffed them up. That's the way that thing came. This one here is a little teeny peewee. It just has so many colors in it. You got these Lutzes. This green one was all polished and boofed away like crazy. Probably had a big chip in it. Here's one that's just insane. It's also, there's two insane little peewees here. Both of these little peewees here just have so many beautiful colors in them. Those are onion skin peewee. I really like this little green onion skin peewee. So here's our imposter, folks. This cobalt blue one. Guess what? That's not an onion skin. That is a marble that is a little more difficult to identify in the German handmade world. It's what they call a Joseph's coat. A Joseph's coat is almost exactly like an onion skin, except it's inside out. The Joseph's coat has the stripes on the exterior of the glass, where the onion skin, the colors are underneath the clear glass. So grab this guy off of here, or just give it a little spin for you. And I don't know if you can pick that up with this camera, but that's a stunner. It's got lavender, it's got white or light blue, it's got some orange and red and yellow, and then it's got these two little thin stripes over here. So it's got beautiful panels. It's wet mint. It's as good as they come, people. You're not going to find a better Joseph's coat than that. Even a little wrinkle in it. I'm still going to give that marble an AA+. I mean, it's just beautiful. You got this little onion skin here. And it is a clear or opaque, transparent base, this guy here. Yeah, these guys here. This is an awesome green one here. I like green. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's because color of money. Who knows? That's what my skateboard wheels are. They're green. Here's a big inch plus, huge. Whoa, gonna lose my marbles. So there's some other controversial marbles. You can say, well, wait a minute, that's not an onion skin. Well, you're right, that's not an onion skin either. But I put it up here because a lot of people might call it an onion skin, but that's actually a peppermint swirl. And I got a whole tray of peppermint swirls. I'll go over those with you here in a future video. And I'll just toss it over here to give you guys a little bonus of what's come. Here's some peppermint swirls, but boom, there's a few. So we'll go over which ones peppermint swirls are in a later video. But this one here also, whoops, could be peppermint swirl. Ta-da, not an onion skin. So I'll get back to some of these beautiful onion skins. So this is the elusive German onion skin, and not so much elusive, but most people have gobbled these up, and they're in their collections, and they hold on to them. So they are going to be a little more difficult to find nice, beautiful onion skins. If you're just getting into collecting, I wish you the best of luck to find some of these. Most collectors I know always hang on to onion skins. They're highly prized. You can tell why. I mean, look at them. Who wouldn't want these? Can you imagine you open your marble box up from the store and you find onion skin, German handmade in it when you were a kid? So this one's has a fracture in it. That's where it took a hit. Maybe somebody was playing with it. So, but this is still a good condition marble. And this is kind of another one of those marbles that's it's really not a real good onion skin, but they're just so getting to be so rare. I hang on to all of them that have nice poppy colors and stuff, even if they got a few knocks and bruises and dents and dings, you know. You got to remember, this is like your grandma or grandfather, you know. You wouldn't kick them out of the car because they got a few dents or dings on them, would you? So, you know, and some of these, this here would be, a lot of people would call this a paneled onion because when you look at the top of it, I'll bring you back over here to old red, white, and blue again, and we'll put these two together. I got about 3 of them here. But you can see these were all same run, probably at the same time. I got these from the same guy. He's no longer with us. It was a lifetime marble collector, and he had all these together. And to get these 3 together is just incredible. These would be maybe like same cane, or modern day, if it was machine made, it would be what they call same run. I'll do a video on same cane and same run in the future. But it just means the artisan, these were all possibly made at the same time. So to have these all together like this still, maybe 100, 150 years later, is just unbelievable. And the guy actually played with these as a child. He said he won them from one of the wealthy kids that came to town on vacation. So said he would never, and I paid way more than I wanted to just to get him because I liked the old guy and he entertained me. So there's a value in that also, you know. You just can't get this knowledge anywhere. Thank YouTube, guys, and thank you for coming here and checking it out. But I hope you enjoy these. These would be some onion skins also that maybe were same cane. He had these together. He didn't really say anything about them, but I always kept them together. They look like to be the same. One's really beat and one's pristine. One's even got a little fleck of mica in it there. Can you see that? Yep, another fleck of mica, which is not to be confused with Lutz. So that, anything is possible when it comes to onion skins. Look at that, the LG phone's getting it. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And then here, I'll share this one with you here. This is something that's pretty interesting. That's an oddball colored. It's got brown and yellow in it. And then here's something I'm not even sure of. If any of you know, post up and let me know. I know this probably is not an onion skin, but it is a handmade. You can see the panel mark on it. I'm going to try to get this phone to... And this is just a nice caramel. Kind of reminds me of a cornhusker or a gooseberry, but it's a handmade and it's got these, you know, it's a yellow or amber glass and it's got a yellow stripes or streaks over it. So very interesting marble, and I don't know what this one is, but I thought I'd share it with you. So for these German handmades, this is the onion skin. I hope you've got the onion skin down. That little guy right there, that is not an onion skin. And I'll pull this up real quick and share it with you for a German handmade, but that is one of the elusive Indian swirls. That is a peewee Indian, folks, and it just doesn't get any better than that. I have a video on Indians, clams broth, mica, and opaque swirls, so you can check that out also. But this is an Indian, not an onion skin. I just snuck that in there because it was on the veneers, and that's one way you can measure your marbles. When you measure these, you measure them at the panel marks, from panel mark to panel mark with a pair of calipers. So a peewee, like I said, is anything less than a half an inch. So if it's a half an inch or bigger, it's not a peewee. So that thing has to be 0.49. If it's 0.50 or bigger, it is not a peewee, folks. So here are German swirls. I'll do a video on these later on. It's a Lacentino, a lobbed core, a solid core, a caged core, and just your basic swirls and ghost swirls. But these are also German handmades, and none of these are onion skins. Tune in, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Thank a veteran for your freedom. Have a great day, everyone.